Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, January 15, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Toronto Raptors vs Milwaukee Bucks. Chris Boucher had 13 points and 16 rebounds for Toronto, who played without injured starters Scotty Barnes and Gary Trent Jr. Trent missed his second straight game because of a sore left ankle, while Barnes sat out with a sore right knee. Barnes and Trent Jr. are expected to play against Detroit, so anticipate them suiting up for this one against Milwaukee. Milwaukee put together one of their best games of the season in their dismantling of the Warriors on Thursday night. They now get to face a Toronto team that is playing the second game of a back-to-back and who could be missing a pair of starters if Barnes Trent Jr. missed the contest. Meanwhile, Milwaukee is pretty healthy at this stage of things, especially if Holiday is able to take the floor here. The Bucks showed how dangerous they can be with their showing against Golden State. Our first betting pick will be Milwaukee Bucks to cover. The Bucks are 5th in the league in scoring offense with 112 points per game on the season. Milwaukee is 2nd in rebounding by pulling down 47.3 boards per contest, while the team is 18th by dishing out 23.1 assists per game. The Bucks are 15th in the league in scoring defense as they allow 107.8 points per contest this season. Giannis Antetokounmpo is leading Milwaukee with 28.5 points, 11.5 rebounds and 6.1 assists per contest this season. Chris Middleton chips in 19.2 points plus 5.5 rebounds along with 5.3 assists a night, while Jrue Holiday contributes 18.4 points plus 6.7 assists a contest. Pat Connaughton, 10.6 points, Grayson Allen, 11.9 points, Bobby Portis, 15.3 points, 8.9 rebounds, Langston Galloway and Jordan Nwora, 9 points, 4.2 rebounds, are capable options in the rotation. George Hill, Brook Lopez, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, Justin Robinson, Sandro Mamukelashvili and Georgios Kalaitzakis are solid pieces in the mix as well. Milwaukee is 16th in the league in field goal percentage by shooting 45.6% as a team this season. The Bucks are 2nd in threes per game by draining 14.4 triples per contest and stand 7th in three-point shooting by hitting 36.2% of their attempts from beyond the arc. Lopez, back, remains out and does not have a timetable for return. Holiday missed Thursday's game against Golden State with an ankle injury and is questionable here. Galloway is in the protocols and likely will miss this game. Our second betting pick will be over the total. Quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Portland Trail Blazers vs Washington Wizards. Portland learned shortly before the game that they will be without star point guard Damian Lillard for the next 6 weeks after he opted to have surgery on his abdomen. It has been a dismal season so far for Portland, so don't be surprised if they make moves before the deadline, potentially shipping out Lillard or McCollum. Stay tuned. This Washington team plays down to the level of their competition, and even though they are 6'2" Sue without Beal, their defense has struggled without him against bad teams in the Magic and Thunder at home. Overall, Washington seems to cover when their backs are against the wall and they face better teams. But against a Portland team that is devastated by injuries, they probably will just show up for this one. Simons is back and that will help the Blazers, who were terrible against Denver without him. Kyle Kuzma had 19 points, 10 rebounds and 9 assists, and the Wizards scored the first 9 points of the game in a 112-106 victory over the Orlando Magic. A night after outlasting Oklahoma City in a back-and-forth affair, the Wizards led wire-to-wire against last-place Orlando. Rookie Corey Kispert made a layup and a three-pointer during Washington's early 9-point run. Our first betting pick will be Portland. The real story has been Kuzma, who is averaging 25.8 points and 11.1 rebounds on 54.2% from the floor over his last 9 games. His usage rate of 21.6 trails Beal, and it's 27.3 over his last 9 games. He's averaging 15.7 points and 8.7 rebounds on 45.6% shooting, 32.7% 3PT, while former Lakers Clippers big man Montrezl Harrell adds 14.5 points and 7.3 rebounds on 64.7% shooting. Washington has struggled this season from three-point range, 32.6%, and ranks 26th in that category. But they rank 8th in field goal shooting, 47%. Defensively, they've been better than past seasons, allowing 109.7 points, 20th, on 45.5% shooting, 16th, and 34.6% from long range, 14th. The Trailblazers are just 2-14 on the road this season and 14-11 at home. They had won 2 straight games over Sacramento, 103-88, and Brooklyn, 114-108, on January 10th. Without Damian Lillard, abdominal, and CJ McCollum, lung, the Trailblazers have to rely on reserves and role players. In their win over the Nets, Anthony Simons dropped in 23 points with 11 assists, while Robert Covington added 21 points, and Ben McLemore chipped in with 20. Simons, personal, did not play against Denver, and the Blazers were crushed by 32. Portland's defense was missing in action as the Nuggets shot 63% from the floor and 21 of 42 from beyond the arc. Our second betting pick will be over the total. New York Knicks vs Atlanta Hawks. Knicks added some depth this week when they traded Kevin Knox and a 2022 first round to the Hawks for Cam Reddish. However, he won't play in this game due to an ankle injury. New York is averaging 104.3 points per game. They scored 108 points in their last game, making 46.7% of their field goals and 44.4% of their three-pointers. RJ Barrett led the way for the Knicks with 32 points and 7 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson finished with 19 points and 10 rebounds, while Julius Randle added 17 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. New York has also played well defensively, giving up 104.5 points per game. They gave up 85 points in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to get the win. The Hawks recently made a deal with the Knicks, sending former first-round pick Cam Reddish to New York in exchange for Kevin Knox and a first-round pick. The deal is the first key acquisition made by new general manager Travis Schlenk, who adds another asset to his arsenal ahead of the trade deadline. The first-round pick acquired by Atlanta belongs to the Charlotte Hornets and carries protections for the next 4 seasons. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Hawks ranked 19th in the NBA with an adjusted -1.1 net rating. Atlanta has posted an adjusted 112.7 offensive rating through 40 games, which ranks 4th in the NBA. However, the Hawks rank at the opposite end of the spectrum defensively. There, they sit 28th in the league with an adjusted 113.7 defensive rating. Our first betting pick will be New York Knicks +3. These two teams recently made a deal, exchanging former first-round picks. New York sent forward Kevin Knox and a future first-round pick to Atlanta in exchange for Cam Reddish. Reddish has flashed signs of improvement in his third NBA campaign, averaging 11.9 points per game, while shooting a career-high 40% from the field and 90% from the free throw line. The swingman has also had a pair of 30-point games this season. The deal also reunites Reddish with former college teammate RJ Barrett. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Knicks ranked 22nd in the NBA with an adjusted -1.5 net rating. New York has struggled to score with consistency this season, ranking 25th in the NBA with an adjusted 108.6 offensive rating through 42 games. On the other end of the floor, Thibodeau's squad has held its own by posting an adjusted 110.1 defensive rating, good for 18th in the NBA. Our second betting pick will be under 213.5. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.